News story coming to us. According to Pentagon, the United States has dropped one of the biggest non-nuclear bombs in Afghanistan. America has just dropped the largest ever non-nuclear bomb on Islamic State targets in Afghanistan. 21,000 LB weapon, dubbed as the mother of all bombs, was dropped in Afghanistan's Nangarhar province. This according to Pentagon, and the blast radius is believed to be over 300 meters, and the weapon is described as the father of all bombs. These are inputs coming to us according to reports from Pentagon, and it's the very first time that this weapon has ever been used in combat. Let me get in Pratyush Dubey for the very latest on this. Pratyush, this is a big development, the US taking action in Afghanistan without any hints about it, without any statement or any hint of any action like this from the US.
Absolutely. At 7:32 p.m. local time, U.S. Air Forces conducted a strike on an ISIS tunnel. This happened in Achin district of Nangar province in Afghanistan. This, of course, was local time. The strike used a GBU-43 bomb. Now, variants of this bomb were developed during the Iraq War, as you pointed out, Sana. But the important thing to note here is that this bomb has never been used in actual combat ever before. The strike was designed to minimize the risk to Afghan and U.S. forces conducting clearing operations. Now, I'm reading from a press release released by the United States forces in Afghanistan. What they have said is that the ISIS module in Afghanistan, their losses have mounted because they are using IEDs, bunkers, tunnels to thicken their defenses. This statement comes from General John W. Nicholson, who was the commander of U.S. forces in Afghanistan, and he's justified the use of such a large munition. But this news has been greeted with surprise from several quarters. Several defense experts have raised questions. So why was this used in the first place? This ordnance is actually exploded about roughly 300 feet above where it is dropped, and this has a blast radius. It differs from the specification, but it has a blast radius of nearly up to 50 kilometers. So this is a very big ordnance that's been used by the United States in Afghanistan, and they are justifying it by saying that this is because ISIS was being targeted. But some people, of course, raising questions of whether there was any need to use this ordnance in this operation at all. Absolutely.
Also significant to note here, Pratyush, is that US's National Security Advisor H.R. McMaster is also in Kabul right now for talks about Islamic State and Taliban. In fact, these talks were also supposed to happen. Give us a sense of how the US is trying to play this out, and with this respect of this strike that we've seen.
Sana, you're absolutely right. Anyone who's been following the Trump administration would know that they often go for a show of strength rather than substance, really. And this attack and the visuals that we're putting on television screens may be confusing you. These are American troops who are shaking hands with locals, but in fact what they've just done there, and while they claim that this is done to minimize civilian casualty, is going to be very difficult to take stock of really what's happened there. This is a huge bomb. Details are coming out from where this really happened, and more details will come out in the days and hours to come. But right now what we know is that the United States has used its biggest ordnance in its arsenal that is non-nuclear, without going nuclear, in Afghanistan, a country where it's been engaged for now over a decade, where it has claimed in the past that it has made significant strides against ISIS and terrorist organizations in that country. But today, news of this coming out, the fact that one gets a feeling that that perhaps there is a reason why they have used it, and that reason may have very little to do with operational constraints.
Absolutely. This is a big development that we're tracking here on WION. Thanks so much, Pratyush, for joining us with the latest.